Hello students, welcome back once again in English grammar class. Dear children, today we are going to learn about the kinds of prepositions according to functionality. So without wasting much time, let's begin today's class. The first kind of preposition is prepositions of place. Now some prepositions show where something happens. They are called prepositions of place. Let's understand with some examples. The apple is on the table. Ria enjoys skating around the lake. The cat is under the table. Some geese flew over their house. John and Sarah were hiding inside the wardrobe. There was a tree beside the river. I am behind the door. Clothes are in the bucket. Now in all these examples, the highlighted words like on, around, under, over, inside, beside, behind and in. They all are called prepositions of place because they are answering the question where. Like for example, where is the apple? So the apple is on the table. So the word on here is showing the position of the apple on the table. Okay. In the same way, arise questions to all these sentences, you will find that these prepositions will help you to know that where something happens. I hope you have understood what is prepositions of place. Now, let's see the next kind of preposition based on its functionality. The next preposition is prepositions of time. Now, what is preposition of time? Some prepositions show when something happens. They are called prepositions of time. For example, school starts at 9 o'clock. When does the school start? At 9 o'clock. So, at 9 o'clock. So, here at is preposition of time. We are going to the zoo on Saturday. When are we going to the zoo? On Saturday. So, on Saturday is the answer. Next, I visited my grandparents during the summer. You can arise question like, when did you visit your grandparents? So, I visited my grandparents during the summer. So, here the word during is the preposition which shows when I visit my grandparents. You must finish the work by Friday. So, in all these four sentences, students, you can notice that the highlighted words like at, on, during, by, these all are the examples of preposition of time. Now, let's see the next preposition. The next one is preposition of direction. Now, as the word suggests itself, it shows where something is going. That's called preposition of direction. Like the boys chased after each other. So, what is the direction? After the football rolled down the hill. A man was walking his dog along the river bank. The freeway goes right through the city. We were traveling towards Minami. So here all the highlighted words after, down, along, through, towards, these all are showing where something is going, where the noun is going. So these all highlighted words are known as prepositions of direction. I hope students you are understanding these kinds of prepositions nicely. Now let's have a look to the next kind of preposition. The next kind is preposition of agent or instrument. Now what does it mean? Agent or instrument? It means that when any object or when any noun caused to conduct the another noun or caused to conduct any action, that is called agent or instrument. So these prepositions indicate that an action conducted on a noun is caused by another noun. They are called prepositions of agent. For example, Ramayana was written by Valmiki. So here the word by becomes the preposition of instrument or preposition of agent. Who wrote Ramayana? So Ramayana was written by Valmiki. So Valmiki was the one who wrote Ramayana. She was hit by a car while she was going to school. So here the word by let you know that what caused the action occurred. She graduated with an honors degree. I opened my closest with a key. She came to the school by car. Now here in all like by and with indicates that the action conducted on a noun is caused by another noun. So that's why they are called as prepositions of agent. Now let's go further in the next kind. The next kind of preposition is prepositions of purpose or source. Now what is this? These include for and from respectively. For expresses purpose, reason, cause, whereas from expresses origination. Like he goes for a walk. It is a cause, it's a reason. I read for pleasure. It's a cause. He got a prize for bravery. Reason. I had to suffer for your behavior. The earth receives light from the sun. So here it's originality. It is showing you the originality, the use of from. He did the help from gratitude. So here there are two words for and from which are used to show purpose and source respectively. Now, preposition of measure or possessor. For both we generally use one preposition, that is of. So preposition of can be used to quantify a noun, indicates that one noun owns another noun. Show the material with which something is made. For example, I need a pound of cheese. So a pound of cheese, it's showing the quantity. 1/3 of the students were present in the class. It's again a measuring. He is a man of wealth. So a man of wealth, here it shows a possession, it's a quantity. She is the daughter of a rich man. So the daughter of a rich man, here pronoun she is possessed by a rich man, and we came to know by the word of. The pen is made of wood. The dress is made of silk. What you have understood here, students, that the word of can be used to quantify a noun, to indicate one noun that owns another noun, and it also shows the material with which it is made. So students, congratulations, you just learned all the types of prepositions on the basis of functionality. But remember, there is no hard and fast rule. Prepositions need to be learned in context with the other words they are used with. So try to understand why we say in the car but on the bus. Hope you will get the answer very soon by learning more about preposition. Thank you so much for staying with me till here. Take care. Bye-bye.